welcome you to this Lunch and Learn today to roll out this new resource for our early childhood community, the job board for early care and education providers. We have been talking about this concept for a couple of years now, and decided that it was just finally time to make it happen. So really what drove this is we have been listening to providers for a long time now saying you can't find staff and that you're posting everywhere you can possibly think of and you still can't find staff. And unfortunately, it seems that the pandemic has only made this worse. And while we know that a job board is not going to magically create people in our field, our hope is that it creates a central place for people to go to so that they can know the one place they want to go to when they're looking for positions. So we're excited to kick this off today. What we're going to do, we have staff that are going to walk you through step by step how this is going to work. We are then going to ask you for a little bit of input because we'd like to know where all you would like us to share this. We do need to find the people. We want to have jobs posted, and then I want your all's thoughts on who we want to send it to. And then we're going to save time for Q&A at the end. So if you do have questions along the way, I'm going to ask you to stay on mute, but if you will put your questions in the chat as we go, and then we'll do Q&A at the end as well. So first up this afternoon, we have Meg Feeney from our ECE team, and she is going to walk us through this resource. Here you go, Meg.
All right, thank you. Did I just do that whole thing on mute? Sorry. I should know better than that. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day so far. I'm going to show you what you need to do to create an account on our job board webpage and then show you how to post a job. You will be getting instructions for this in an email. So take notes, but know that that's coming. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat so we can answer them along the way. It's a fairly simple process. Okay. So I think we can get through this rather quickly. Can everybody give me a thumbs up if you can see the Family Conservancy on your screen? Okay, thank you. So like I said, you're going to be receiving an email that has a link to the job board and instructions on how to use it. If you don't have that link or you don't know where to go, you can always go to the Family Conservancy's website, which will bring you to this homepage. And then up here at the top, you will see where it says early educators. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Click on early educators. And right here is a big black button that says check out our new job board. So you can click on the job board and it should bring you to this page. For future reference, when people looking for a job go to the site, this is what it will look like when they show up on the page, and all the jobs will be listed here. You can see we have 2 test jobs already listed as we've been playing around trying to learn about the website, but your job would be listed right there on this front page. Okay, now you can see right here in the middle, it says, do you want to post a job? Sign up for a free profile here. So what you'll need to do is click here and simply fill out all this information about yourself and your program. You don't have to do everything, but just like all websites that I'm sure we're used to, if it has a red star next to it, you do have to fill out that field. So make sure you fill out the information at least for those red starred items. And then you'll click down here where it says register. Once you do that, you're going to get an email. It's going to come from the Family Conservancy and say ECE Job Board Admin right here. It's going to say, welcome to the job board. Here's the username that you gave us, and here's your password. Tells you that we need to verify your account and that you'll get an email response back that you've been approved within 24 hours or 2 business days. Once we approve your account on our end at the Family Conservancy, you'll get the second email, again from ECE Job Board Admin. and it's going to say your job board account has been approved and you can log in. Right here in the middle is the link you need to click to go to the job board again. It'll ask you to log in. I'm going to go ahead and log in so that we can see what it's going to look like. You can either put your email in or the username that you came up with. Both will work. All right, we're going to hit log in. That's going to bring you to this page. This is kind of like the dashboard or the home page for you once you log into the job board. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of these other buttons, but let's start off by posting a job. Right here, easy as pie, you just click on post a job. And this is going to bring up another form for you to fill out explaining what kind of job that you want to post. I'm going to quickly fill out what's needed here so that we can see what happens. So I'm going to say we need a toddler teacher. Let's say lead teacher. Whoop. Now, in the description, we have a list of ideas that we're going to give you. We think you might want to include in your description. You'll see this coming in the email you get of instructions. You're going to want to list things like job duties and responsibilities, qualifications, maybe the hours, the schedule, a little description about your company. Whatever you want to put in here, you can to describe the job. I will tell you that the Family Conservancy is not going to edit or proofread any of this. So whatever you put in the job description is what's going to go on the job board. So fill that out as you would like. Again, you can fill in all of these boxes if you want to, but you only have to do the ones that have the little red asterisk next to it. You will need to do this drop-down box here where it says employment type, full-time, internship, part-time, freelance. We're going to say this is full-time. There's another drop-down box following it, lead teacher, assistant, etc. You can choose which description you'd like for the job type. This company name might already be filled in because you've already created a profile with us. You can change it. You can put it in if you need to. And then whoever is the contact for the job. You can see this next field says application process. That's just how you need to tell people how do you apply for the job. So maybe emails this person or call Meg at this number, etc. However you want them to approach you about the job. So I'll say call Meg at this number. And then you'll need your email here and a phone number. You can put your logo if you'd like for your program. You can drop a picture there for that. And then the next field you need to fill out are the job location. So what state is it in? What zip code? What city? You can see some of this is already auto populating in the fields. You can edit it as you need to. Okay, and once you have everything filled in the way you want, you do have to click this little button right here that's kind of hidden. Right now, all job postings are free for everybody on the website. So there's only one option for your listing type, but you do have to click that circle button that it is free. Oh, great. All right. And then now you're going to hit preview. And this is what your job posting is going to look like when people go to the website and click on your job. If you like the way it looks, if it has the information correct, you're good to go. You're going to hit publish listing. If you need to change something, you can go back and edit it. I'm going to go ahead and hit publish. And it will say, thank you for submitting your job listing. Your posting is live. You can click here. You can't see that the word here is actually a spot for you to click. It's not highlighted, but you can click here to view it, which is going to show you exactly what your preview showed. Or you can go back to that desktop or that home page I was telling you about. To do that, this button right here, employer administration. That's going to be big for you no matter where you're at on the website. If you click on employer administration, it will take you back. There we go, right to that home page. Okay, so now we're going to click on listings. I may have done that too fast. Right here where it says listings, it looks kind of like a little suitcase or something there. We're going to click on listings. This is going to show you all the jobs that you have posted. Now, as soon as you post a job, it immediately goes into the category of active. And on this website, your jobs will stay active for 30 days. If you don't do anything and just leave it there, it will stay on that front page with all the listed jobs for 30 days. After the 30 days is up, it's going to move over to this category called expired. In the meantime, let's say that you fill the job and you don't want people to keep calling you inquiring about it. You can click on the title of the job that's already been filled. Actually, I'm sorry, I take that back. You don't even have to click on the job. Let's say this toddler lead teacher job has been filled. If you go over here to where it says more right there, you're going to get two little buttons that pop up over here underneath your job listing. Mark as filled is one of those jobs. So if you do fill the position and you don't want anyone else calling, inquiring about it, you can click mark as filled. And then this job posting, toddler lead teacher, will move over to the filled category and you won't see it under active anymore. Now let's assume that the 30 days has passed, or maybe even if you're at 25 days and you haven't found the right person or you haven't gotten any calls about the job and you want it to stay active on the job board for even longer. Well, then again, you push the more button to bring up these extra buttons and you can click on republish. When you click on republish, it is going to bring up the original listing where you put in all of the information. That way you can edit anything that you need to edit, make any changes, adjust the job description, etc. Anything. If that looks okay to you, again, you'd hit preview. Oh, guess what I forgot to do? Click the little hidden circle that tells you that it's free. You always have to remember to click that circle. So then hit preview. There it is. That's what it's going to look like. If that's okay with you, again, you're going to hit publish. Once you hit publish, it's going to go back to an active listing, and it's going to be listed twice here now because the first one is your original posting. The second one is the new posting, and that will stay active again for another 30 days. I think I'm going to stop there for a minute and see if anyone has questions. Have there been any questions in the comments?
Nothing in chat so far.
Okay.
Does anyone have questions that you just haven't put out there yet?
Okay, jump in if you have any questions. Just know that after that 30-day time period, your job posting will move to this expired category if nothing is done, if it's not republished. You also have the option to delete the listings whenever you'd like. You can push this delete button. You have the option to edit it at any time. If you want to change the job description, you can choose which posting you'd like to edit. Simply click edit. It's going to bring up that page again where you put in all the information. You can change what you want and then hit update at the bottom.
Meg, you have a few questions that have came up now.
Okay.
So one of those is there a limit to the number of postings that can be made at one time?
Not that I know of. Does anybody else have input on that?
I don't think there is.
No, I don't think there's a limit.
And then we've got, is there a way to put a hyperlink in the description?
Oh, that's a good question.
Want to try it maybe?
I don't see why not, but yeah, let's try it.
It's here. It says insert or edit link. So let's say I want to put in. Okay. There.
Yeah, that works.
It works.
Okay, so all you need to do is click this little button that looks like a link, like a chain link. Type in your email address, hit enter, and it should be there.
Perfect. We're getting a lot of questions coming in.
Okay.
So next, when I think if you went back to the employee administration
Okay.
and you open your listings, maybe it says what is pending and how do you get to that?
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't had anything go to pending yet, but I wonder if you start a job posting and save it, but don't publish it yet, it will be pending that you've started, you filled out the form, but you just haven't published it yet.
That would make sense. Also, we've got how will postings appear on the list? Will it be by date or what will that look like?
I think it's by date. If anyone has any additional information, let me know. But these are the test jobs that I've created and they have been listed by date. So say it's been 25 days since your job has posted and you're not getting, a lot of communication or a lot of people inquiring about it. It might be at the bottom of the list and you want to go ahead and republish because that'll push it back up to the top of the list.
And then there are two more.
Okay.
We've got, hold on. Are we limited on the number of profiles? So this site has 2 schools and opening another in 2022. So would they do 3 profiles? Could they set it up that way? Or how does that work?
Yeah, I think as long as it's whatever's easiest for you is okay with us. You probably need to have a different name, whether you're putting in a specific location or city or a 1, 2, 3 or something when you're making that profile, just so that we can all keep track of 3 different programs. But I think that's fine.
And then a couple more. Under application process, can a link be posted to an online application form? So in the description, maybe.
All right, let's see. Application process. It's not giving me the option to do a link there. But is anyone tricky enough to know if you can make this does anyone know how to just make a hyperlink?
It may need to go in the description that you put in your job posting.
Okay.
Might be the easiest way.
So it looks like for right now, you could put in the email address or the website address to your online application, but I'm gonna have to mess around with it a little bit more to see if I could get that to a hyperlink and we'd let you know. But for the time being, the hyperlink could go in the description. And maybe you could put that down here in the application process, see hyperlink above in the description.
And then let's see, we've got, will the employee see how many times that you have relisted the ad?
Do you mean the person who is applying for the job?
Yes.
Would they, okay. I don't think so. Because it just shows the date of when you post the job, the new date. So say you post the job, you post again in 25 days, it's going to show the new date of when it was posted. So it's kind of like a brand new listing. And in your list of jobs posted, it will be listed twice. So it's really treating it like a brand new post again. It's its own entity.
Perfect. We'll do one last question and then move on, and then any other questions can come up in a little bit. It says try publishing a lot of the programs will auto-identify when it is published. Jessica, I have to say I'm confused.
Yeah, can you explain that?
The hyperlink.
Oh, how to make the hyperlink? You were telling us how to make the hyperlink. Okay. Got too many tabs going, you guys. While I'm doing this, I will say what's nice about having your old listings, let's say one of these moves over to the expired column or filled, maybe in 6 months, you're going to have that same position open again. You can click on expired here to get a list of expired job postings or filled, and then you can just republish something that you've already created. That way you don't have to keep making a new job listing every single time. Okay, can you tell me again what the instructions were?
Let me look at this.
It might be helpful if Jessica.
This is Jessica.
Yeah, come off
Thank
mute.
you, Jessica.
I came off of mute just so I could. So a lot of times systems like this are built that they will automatically publish it as a hyperlink if it identifies a valid source.
Okay,
So if you just add it in and then publish, it should auto identify that it is a hyperlink that will go somewhere.
okay.
And that's why I was saying, if you just add it in and then hit the update and publish and see when you go look at it, it should automatically generate.
Okay, let's see if that worked.
If it doesn't, then it's not built into the technology and you would have to do it in the other part. And I'd ask whoever your developer was to see if they can add that in. And yes,
Okay.
adding that HTTPS
Will
could help that too.
Okay,
Sorry, I thought it'd be easier if I came off mute.
very much easier. Okay, so that did, okay, so I went to the listings. Again, this is like the main page where people would click on jobs they're interested in. I clicked on the job description, toddler lead teacher. And you're right, it automatically made it a hyperlink. Application process. I clicked the link. Sorry, but this does not exist. Anyway, it works. If you have the correct website for someone to go to, for them to apply online, then yes, that just simply typing in the email or the website address will make it a hyperlink. Thank you. I will tell you that my computer does not like it that I'm trying to be an administrator of this and trying to create test accounts. So I've been getting that error message a lot because I'm logged in as different things. So don't be alarmed. It's just me. It's not you, it's me.
So
Any
I see one more question in the chat. We said at this time it's free. Will it one day cost to post? What we're committing to at this time is through the end of this year, it is going to be free for anyone to use. I think as we go through the next however many months, we're going to assess really how well this is working. We do know that this is a very, very basic model. And if we can keep doing it like this may continue to be a free resource. I don't know. We're going to have to get feedback from you all to see if we need to add some more bells and whistles to make it a little, if it needs that, but I don't know that it will. So it may one day be part of a benefit, but for 2021, this is a free resource for all early childhood providers to use. Okay, so Janelle, do you want to lead us through our next line of questioning?
Sure.
Thanks.
Meg, were you done going through it?
Yep, you want me to go ahead? I'm gonna stop
Sure.
sharing my screen so we can chat better.
Okay, Donna, you're taking me right into what I was wanting to talk about. Thank you. What a great segue. Donna was asking, how will applicants know this exists? And that's something we're figuring out. And we had some team brainstorming about it yesterday. And some of the ideas we came up with were you know, reaching out to the various community colleges, etc., maybe even the high schools, reaching out to administrators of, you know, some of the sites that we know closed during COVID and weren't able to come back for whatever reasons. If we know those administrators, reaching out to them and, you know, asking them to let their former teachers and staff know. We talked about looking at Nonprofit Connect, I think it's, and seeing if they would let us do an advertisement on there, checking with KCPT or other local media to do that social service reach out. But we wanted to see from you what other ideas you had. Our plan, our goal is that, so the job board is live as of today, and give it about a week or so before we start pushing it out there to potential hires, because we want to make sure that when they go to log on, there are actually some jobs posted. No one wants to go to a job board and you get there looking for something, anything, and there's nothing posted. So we want to make sure we give a little bit of time. So I see some ideas coming through. Let's see. Lisa, yeah, social media, huge. We have to be, you know, active on there, reaching out on Facebook, Twitter, especially Twitter. And he's a virtual job fair. That sounds exciting. Jessica put that there are a lot of job fair groups on Facebook. What other ideas do you all have? Anything you've heard about or had working for you? UMKC and the training newsletter. Yeah, UMKC would definitely be one we would reach out to, and Park and whomever else. And the community colleges. Those are all in kind of our goals. We're going to be working on a brief to put out to, you know, our contacts at the different colleges. Trina, I love the idea of putting it out there to the libraries and seeing how they can help support this. Any other thoughts or ideas? All of these are so helpful. And Jessica says the unemployment office has a program to get people back to work. Great idea. They'll definitely be a good contact for us on this. And the county child care licensing surveyors, definitely. So we're going to be taking all of these ideas that you're putting in chat and being able to reach out to them. And Carol says the Chamber of Commerce, and I saw the FEC. Perfect. If, as you have additional ideas coming up in your brains, please put them in chat so that we can save chat and be able to follow up on all of these. That's something we'll be working on over the next week or two. And I want to open it up to any questions you might have for all of us about the job board. If you're welcome to put them in chat or just start speaking or unmute to ask your question.
I'll just throw this out there quickly. You guys can help us as well. When you see us put this on Facebook, it helps a lot with just the algorithms of Facebook if you like it or share it, because that's going to push it to show up in more people's news feeds, and that's going to help us get the word out, spread even a little bit farther.
I guess I do want to clarify, just building on what Meg said earlier. Our goal is this to be a place for early childhood providers to come find positions if they're looking for them. And so do remember that there is that approval process, not because we intend on editing your job descriptions, but it's really important to our field that we don't, end up with Craigslist of who knows what being posted on there. So it's that kind of thing that we'll be attempting to weed out. So I guess just if you publish and you're like, where's my posting? Do know that really just to keep the professionalism of the board, that's why we're doing that. We do welcome though, if you have school age teachers as well, anyone, any positions like that, as long as it's within our early childhood realm.
Okay, so we've got, is there anything we need to do on this site to track if the applicants are trying to apply? Or should we just rely on them contacting us? That's one of those things where we know that right now it's a more basic version and there's not an option for a provider to, or a potential hire to reach out directly to you through the website. Who knows what that could look like in the future? For now, it's relying on them to reach you. Carol asked, will post for dietary positions be accepted as well, or just teaching positions? No, it can be support. There's, Meg, what's that? How do we have that listed? Support staff, maybe?
Let me pull it up while we're talking here.
It can be any position related to your early ed program, whether it's, I mean, your custodial, your nutrition, your family engagement.
There's other.
Yes.
We just left it as other, I think, to capture it all.
We didn't want to have 15 different things on there as job types. What was?
Well, I'm having issues, sorry. See right here.
We have administrative and support, and then we also have other. So definitely it could be listed on there, and it's up to you to then say, I'm listing this one as administrative or support, or I'm listing this as other. That's up to you how you're going to choose that. Trina, I don't know yet if programs will have a way to know how much their posting is getting hits or views. Let us ask and see what we can find out about that. And I'd be happy to email you back.
Jocelyn, you don't know, do you?
And I haven't looked at the back end of this particular page, but we can look up analytics. So I'm pretty sure I saw that question and I was trying to figure out if I could see quickly. I'm pretty sure we can see clicks. We won't know what people did with that, but at least that would be a per request basis, if that makes sense.
Maybe it's something, Jocelyn, you're probably gonna be like, stop talking. Maybe it's something that we could track at least a little bit on the back end. I don't know how much that is involved, and then be able to send out, and then we could put out a report saying, here's approximate number of clicks postings are getting on a monthly basis or something. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Yes, and again, I think that we will be able to see the analytics on each individual posting, but I can't promise that before I get to the back end. But that's a great idea, just to do like a monthly check-in.
Okay, perfect. Lisa asks, so many jobs are found via Indeed. Is there a nonprofit listing where this, and then my chat moved, is there a nonprofit listing where this tool can be listed? So we have at Jenny, where were we talking yesterday? Nonprofit Connect, is that what it was? Or
Yeah, we were talking about that. I don't know if they would let us do that or not, because we are a nonprofit. If they would let us do that, we're going to have to do some asking around to see. I think we can at least do an advertisement though.
okay, and then Trina asked, what's the application icon or page for or do? Tell me more.
I looked at that and I think if we had the option to apply straight from the job board, that would be functional. But because we're kind of just a platform for people to contact each other, it's not available right now. If anybody knows anything different, let me know. We're just kind of creating the space for people to find each other. We're not taking the applications.
Any other questions? Thoughts out there? Lisa gave the idea of grant money for an Indeed listing. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Jessica. I think right now we're starting off here, and then we'll see what changes come about in the next 6 months or so. But for now, this is where we're at. Sorry, my youngest was coming in the room. Closed doors mean nothing.
Okay, well, I feel like we kind of whizzed through that. Do know that we have slides of this that we're going to share, and we're going to have the recording on our website. If you have peers that wanted to attend today and they were unable, the recording's going to be available as well. We want to make sure that's available because, frequently when you learn something and then you go back and try to do it, it's like, yeah, what's next? So we're going to have that available for you all as well. I encourage you, of course, reach out to us if you have any problems along the way as well. We are learning as we go too, so we will figure it out. So I think that's really all we have today, unless anyone has any pending questions. I'm very thankful that you all joined us over your lunch hour today, and hopefully it doesn't snow next Tuesday. You were on with our earlier conversation. Any other questions before we go? Okay. Wonderful. Everyone have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.